What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to the Sports and Ministry Talk TV, where you get to know the sports and ministry talk to TV, but we're just cooking a little bit of yarn. Come on in here, y'all. It is, let me get these off because y'all gonna be able
Work right. Uh, Let me get these off. Yeah, I can't turn these things off. I don't know why. I be having trouble. Only way I know how to turn them off is take the charger and plug it in. And when you plug the charger in, it goes off. So that's the only way I know how to do. What's going on, 20? How you doing? Blessings to you, bro. How you doing? Love you, bro. Blessings to you. Hope you are well. Yeah, I'm sorry for being late. I think I'm hitting the wrong button. No, I ain't. Maybe I'm supposed to hold it or something. I don't know. We having trouble turning these off. I'm missing my old black ones, y'all. JCI tore the things off of them. I miss my old black one. I like these, but I just miss my old black one. The black one was good. My wifey still got her black one still good and intact. I was jealous the other day. I'm looking at them like mine was good too till I left them. I use them. There was only one ear off of them when I let him use them, and then he lost the one ear that was off of him. Then took the other ear off, but they still work, but just ain't no phones on them. I was wondering could I order some phones for them because them earphones last long. They stay charged forever. Like you can go like for hours on them things without them going dead. These new things I bought, they die in like no time. Them things I just last 2 or 3 days. So I'm missing my old earphones. I'm like, man. Then the ones I bought offline, them things die in like 2 hours. They loud though. Like, that's one thing about them. They loud. They real loud, but they die in like 2 hours. But them was good and loud though. For a cheap earphone, they really good and loud. But they die quick. So what y'all have for the, what you have for the holiday, 20? What you eat for the holiday? So I technically ain't ate nothing yet, but I cooked for the holidays. I cooked today. I cooked yesterday. Y'all know I cooked yesterday. I made smoked meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and stuff yesterday. And today, I made everything that I said I was gonna make. Made rib, chicken, macaroni and cheese, spaghetti, baked beans, potato salad, and took my and cabbage. Let me turn this camera because he's sleeping hard because he's in a bad position because kind of hard. Cause I got both of my babies at home with me tonight, yeah. My oldest baby and my youngest one. My children baby. I got my oldest children baby here with me, but my other baby, my my beautiful queen, my other baby, that's my queen baby. I was just talking to her. She was talking to me while I was watching Bishop Brandon Jacobs. He's like one of my favorite preachers out right now. I have to keep me like I literally have to have I don't have to have, but I choose to have a daily word in every day. And so I either listen to him, Mark Moore. I listen to Brandon Jacobs, Mark Moore. um, y'all know I'm getting old, so I can't think of all of them like that. But Brandon Jacobs, Mark Moore. Hold on, I gotta look. I can't think right now, y'all. And I ain't gonna even be able to search it. cause I don't got no Facebook or nothing on this phone, so Facebook on Jay's phone, so I ain't gonna be able to search it. Um, but it'll come to me in a minute. But those just a few of the guys that I watch on a daily basis. I at least watch me at least one word a day, at least. And then I have to listen to praise and worship throughout the day at some point throughout the day. And it's usually the praise and worship leader at New Zion Temple. I like him a lot. And then I like Elder Antoine Williams. Oh, Antoine Williams. Antoine Lord, why did I forget his name? Help me, Jesus. Cooks. Sorry. I ain't even have to look up Cook. Elder Antoine Cooks, I like him. And then Janae Johnson, who used to be at Spirit and Truth, is now over at one of the other bishops' churches that I used to watch. And she is leading worship along with a bunch of people. Oh my God, they got a powerhouse worship team. But their leader is Jason Nelson. That's who their leader is. Their worship leader is Jason Nelson. But she's among the many powerhouse people who lead and they work on their worship team. It's just insane, crazy what they got over there. It's crazy what they got over there, like insane. But every now and then, Janaea play a special visit over at Spirit and Truth too, because her fiance is the keyboard player for Spirit and Truth. He's the minister of music at Spirit and Truth. So my Memorial Day went amazing. How did your Memorial Day go? Yeah, so um yeah, her fiance is the minister of music over at Spirit and Truth. So pay a special visit over there to help out Antoine every now and then. But boy, they got a powerhouse team over there. Crazy. I'm like, man, only person they missing over there is me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I would love to sing with them. Man, that'd be a dream come true, y'all. I think they get paid over there too. I'm pretty sure they do. With a worship team like they got, because them guys are spread. Them guys are easily, but that dude's a preaching machine too. um, I didn't do much. I just stayed here at home. Which okay. Yeah, but that dude's a preaching machine too. I can't think of that church though, right offhand. But man, they did it at Christmas time. They did like a mini Christmas special, and they had like all the like top worship uh all the like top worship you know what I'm saying, worship leaders, um all the like top worship leaders come together and do like a Christmas special during Christmas time. And I mean, literally, most of them were from Jason Nelson them church. It was like five of them from Jason Nelson church. Yeah, Antoine, because Antoine probably the best in the business right now. He probably like really top 10 right now. I mean, top. I don't know where this came from. Also, he like probably top not top 10. Antoine probably top 30 right now easily. I mean, depending on what you like, he gonna give you a little bit of everything. Like he gonna give you a little bit of, as far as music wise, he'll give you a little bit of new school, a little bit of old school. He gonna give you some rap. He gonna give you some trap. He gonna give it all to you. Like hey, there's nothing that man can't. The man put together you can't do. The man do classical. I mean, he gonna give you a little bit of everything. That is just the man just superly anointed. Man, he's just crazy anointed with it. Like man, when I saw the man go into trap though and start rapping, I was like, come on, you gonna do him like that? And then went out of the trap and then switched it around and went dead church on him. I said, oh my God, look how God using that man. And it be all God, like there be no flesh. Like that's what I like about it. Like ain't no flesh, man. No flesh. You could move out the way and there don't be no flesh in it, man. That'd be everything. So I had told him I had messaged him one time and I told him I said, hey man, I said I'm trying to be a worship leader like you. He said, nah, you gonna be better than me. I said, that's what's up. He don't know me from a hole in the wall. And he told me, nah, young man, you gonna be better than me. And I'm like, bro, if you only knew, I'm probably ain't that much younger than you. He ain't. So I'm probably about 46 or something, 45, up in there. We may be the same age. Seriously. I could possibly be older than him. But he a monster though. It's so crazy because he do praise and worship for three different services for Spirit and Truth. They got three different services that he do praise and worship for. He do the same exact two songs for all three services with three different musicians. The same exact two or three songs for with like I said, three different musicians. The songs, but he switch them up and they all sound different. Every one. It might be a different tempo. Like I'm talking about, the man cold with it. He might change the tempo on the songs just a little faster, a little slower, and I know it's done purposely, but he might add a little bit of something to this one and take a little bit of something away from this one and do it like you would think like after so long you'd be bored with doing the same, two or three songs in three different rehearsals. I mean, three different services. But he do them, and literally, if you watch him, you would think that it was he was doing them new all over again. Like I know for me, I find myself like I get bored if I do the same song over and over again. And I know I probably would by the third service, I'd be like, it would just be like just to do them just to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, but with him, he in such a place with God, it's like it's just a place to give God glory and be. It don't matter to him. Like it don't matter, and that's the place like that. I always ask God to put me in when I'm giving. That's the place I want to be that deep in that deep worship zone with it, like that deep worship, like where you just it don't matter what song you sing, as long as you sing it right, as long as you do it to glorify God. Like that's that place again. And I promise, a man could do the same songs, and you be like, dang, them the same words, but he changed the tempo. And this musician played a tad bit different, and he know his musicians. That's what I like about it. He know his musicians, and he know what like. but you could tell the one that he really liked, the one that he really enjoyed the most, uh, is his the one in the third service, and that's the one that's Minister Mac. That's the one who getting ready to marry Janae. That's one I just was telling y'all about. But Matt Cole, he cold blooded, but he can't play for the two earlier services because he already played for like two big mega churches in the morning. So he play for one of my other favorite preachers in the morning, uh, Dr. Dewey. He played for Dr. Dewey in the morning, and then he played for somebody else in the morning. I think he played for Janae Church. Yeah, he played for Janae Church, I believe. And that's Pastor. I could see his face. Hey, baby, how are you? I could see his face, but I can't call his name. He wear glasses, short man. I was just watching him the other day because he was talking about uh, how in earlier times, like when he first got in the church, he couldn't how uh he was obedient to a pastor. He was obedient to his pastor, like super obedient to his pastor or whatever. But God kept on telling him that that wasn't his spiritual father, and he kept on trying to force it, kept on trying to force it, and the guy even the bishop kept on trying to force it, kept on trying to force it, but it wasn't his spiritual father. Like it just wasn't, and he kept on trying, and he was just obedient to what they would say, and it just wasn't working out. Like he could tell the man would always treat him off, and it just wouldn't be right, and you know he felt like certain things he wanted him to do just wasn't right, and he would hold him back all the time, and he just never ever gave him a chance. Like he felt like he never gave him a chance, but he still kept on going, kept on going, kept on going. And then God sent his true spiritual father, and it was just a uh, whole different for him. Like it was just a whole different realm, church for him. Just it was everything for him, and it just taught him how to. He taught him how to be more spiritually mature, um, because he was able to get up under him and learn. You know what I'm saying? It was never like he was pushing him away. And he said he loved the other guy to death. Like he loved another guy, and no disrespect, none of that. But that wasn't his spiritual father, and God had already told him that, and he was just thinking that that was the enemy telling him that, the enemy steady telling him that that wasn't a spiritual father, but it was God really telling him that, because he was obedient to him, and God was like, no, that's not the right person for you. That ain't God, and he could never ever seem to get nowhere with him. Like he could never like get nowhere. Like it was nothing was take. He couldn't go nowhere, no direction. And I don't know if that's what God was trying to give me a sign or what. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just listening, and because it came out of nowhere, because I have been thinking this. Just been thinking that, and I ain't gonna go deep into that at all. But that's just kind of what I have been thinking. Thinking that lately myself. Trying to force things and it just ain't working. But we ain't gonna go on that about me. It was about him, and he was just kind of, and God sent him the man. He sent him the man that he had to get up under, and it just felt so right. It felt so right, and he was able to teach him and guide him and show him like everything. Like he showed him like the things that his regular father didn't show him, which his regular father was in his life. But this was spiritually. This he was spiritually leading him in the right direction, not only in the natural but in the spiritual, because he was able to get up under him. Like he wanted him up under him. He was like, "Come on, let me grab." He wanted that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he was steady pushing him away. He wasn't pushing him away. He wasn't. He was able to. It was just easy. It wasn't like he had to force himself up under nobody. This dude knew this. particular apostle knew who he was in God. Like he knew that. And it wasn't like he was trying to hold, he was trying to just take that and what I want to say, the word I want to use, molded. He was molded and bring it to, you know, make him understand who he was. And you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was trying to just push him down and say, hey, he also was teaching him how to be humble as well as he was speaking on it. You have to know how to be humble as well. But he also was showing him how to know where you at in God as well. And that's what was so powerful to me because he's like, versus being humble, there's a difference in being humble and knowing where you are in God. You know what I'm saying? You can always be humble, but it's also powerful to know who you are in God. That's the thing. It's very powerful to know who you are in God. Because if you don't know who you are in God, the enemy gonna have a way to step in and be able the enemy can step in at any time and step on your toes and distract you at any time if you don't know who you are in God. And that's where a lot of times uh people will take the fact that you know who you are in God. How you doing? This is Easy TV. Blessings to you. People will sometimes take the fact that you know who you are in God as if you're being you know it all, or you think you above everybody, but that's not the case at all. Sometimes it's about knowing, just knowing who you are in God, and that letting the enemy know that he can't come in and distract you or have dominion in the place that you are in God, and where God is really trying to take you. You know what I'm saying? And to have the right person to understand that and know where you're in God and come in to mold that and and uh uh make you reassure you of that is a huge thing because you gotta have the right teacher and the right preacher to do that. You can't have a teacher looking at you sideways, you know what I'm saying, because of this and because of that, and then it's all about them. You can't have it that way. And that's what he was preaching on. He's like, you can't they can't be, of course, as you why you they're your spiritual father, of course it's about their vision because that's what it is. But then again, he looking at you and know that I'm just this is just my place for right now. And I gotta get you ready for your next. And he was talking about how this guy on top of it, like when people would come in at first and try to get him to go out and speak, he wouldn't let him go out and speak too. He wouldn't. And at first he was kind of like, well, maybe this ain't my spiritual father. This ain't it. This ain't it. And then as he learned and he got more equipped and he got more equipped, he got more equipped. Uh, he was like, okay, maybe he right. He right. Maybe he right. And then finally one day somebody came up and was like, can he preach? Can can I preach or whatever? And he told him no. And the spiritual father was standing right there and he was like, uh spiritual father was right there and he was like, yeah, you preach. You ready. And this time he was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. He's like, you ready. He's like, you're ready. He told me you're ready. And he went out and preached and it was everything. It was everything. And so today, this guy right now has his own mega church, and he also, he's building up the next generation, as well. But you got to have something to build up the next generation. Like apostles are meant to build. They are. They're put out there to build, and you gotta have that ability to build to to say you're an apostle, and that's not building is not always necessarily say I'm building and trying to make a bigger congregation. It could say I'm building to try to build up the next generation for for this position that I'm holding. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get old one day, and we got to have a next generation that's come in, apostles to keep building up, so we can, because church is everywhere. Ministry is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. No matter where you go, you got ministry. You still got to teach the youth. That's ministry to me. When you able to teach the young people anything, that's ministry. Like if you went somewhere and taught somebody how to play, how to draw, that's ministry. That's literally a ministry. Whatever you do well and you go out and teach them, if it's something that you just do very well and you go out and teach the next generation how to do it, that's ministry. Because if you don't teach them how to do what you know how to do, then we might not have no more of them. You know what I'm saying? We may not ever have somebody that along them lines again. We not, of course, we're not gonna have a person, another Wolf Redeem exactly, but we got to have somebody along them lines to be able to show the next generation what it's like, what it is to be redeemed. You know what I'm saying? We might have whatever next animal they be in love with redeemed, or you know what I'm saying? I'm just using you as an example. There's always somebody for somebody to teach somebody, so that it will be somebody to be able to elevate the next generation for things for a new time period. You know. And so that's why I look. That's the way I look at it as. Because I always use that example because it's say for instance, this is easy TV for instance. Me and you can do the same job, right? Say for instance, or me and my wife. Me and my wife will do the same job. Say me and my wife both cook. Okay, if we both cook, for instance, but we want to go out and teach the youth to cook too. We're gonna teach the youth how to cook. But I go to this particular youth. And for some reason, this youth just can't get it the way I'm teaching it to them. They just can't get it. I'm teaching them the same. I'm teaching them how to cook spaghetti and chicken, but they just can't get it. They just can't get it from me. But my wife could come right along and teach them how to cook chicken and spaghetti, and they get it. You know what I'm saying? That particular group of people or person is meant for my wife to evangelize to help, to equip. That particular group is for her. You know what I'm saying? That's who that particular group was meant for. And vice versa. Just it might be somebody for me. Like for instance, somebody might come and even to the best bowler in the world. It might be somebody for Jason Bell. We know Jeff Belmo is the best bowler in the world, but he might not be able to teach a bowler better than I could teach this particular bowler. Maybe the way I teach it and the way I say it to him sounds better for him. And I'll be able to teach it to him better than what this person could teach him how to do it. That's how it works, y'all. And that's why we got to have a mind and have our minds open and also uh, know when know the right person who's supposed to equip us. We have to know the right person who's supposed to equip us. Um, and sometimes it's hard because we look at trying to be loyal, and we don't like change. We don't like you know things to be flipped and turned and whirled and all that good stuff. We don't like that. That's just not that don't feel good because we don't like that little bit of stuff. But sometimes we gotta understand what God is trying to do in our life. And sometimes He say, "Hey, God tell you, well, this ain't it. This ain't the right one. He not, man. I don't think that's the right one this time. Hey, I love you. He loved you. I love him, but or I love her, or whoever it is your pastor may be, or whoever. But for some reason, this just ain't it. I ain't getting nothing out of it. I ain't growing. Everything I say versus everything that they want is totally different. Um, Even though I'm being obedient, I ain't going nowhere. I'm being obedient, but I ain't moved a step. I ain't going up nowhere. I've been totally obedient to everything, but I ain't doing nothing. I'm staying. I'm stuck in the same place that I was at 6 years ago. I'm still there. We shouldn't be stuck in the same place that we were 6 or 7 years ago. Um, and I ain't blaming nothing on nobody. I'm not trying to say that it's nobody's fault, but um, being just like this, that's what the man was saying. He was saying, being saying that you my pastor, you should be able to equip me with for my next. You should be able to equip me for my next, and I shouldn't be sitting here fighting with myself forever trying to get to my next, and I'm doing all the things right. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm doing all the things right. Of course, we're gonna go through. Of course, we're gonna have downfalls. Of course, we're gonna get weak in certain areas at times. But if I'm doing everything I'm supposed to try to get me to my next, I should be moving in the right direction at some point. Do anybody get that? I just drank a little bit of water, y'all. But this coffee making me real hot for some reason. Extremely hot. So how's everybody doing this evening? Y'all probably gonna see me mukbang a little bit this evening. I haven't ate anything yet, so I'll probably be mukbanging a little bit on here. What you call it? Mukbang? What is it called? Baby, is it called mukbang? It's hot, y'all. It's very hot. It's got my nose stopped up and everything. I need to go to the car and get me something to drink, but I'm too lazy to. I was talking to my wife and I was telling them like I'm so lazy. I forgot to get me something to drink when I was out there, and I sure was too lazy to walk back out there. I ain't gonna lie, way too lazy. But I need to walk back out there. I gotta come home. I gotta get bowling balls for tomorrow. I took all my bowling balls out of the car. Figure out what bowling balls I want to throw tomorrow. I don't even know what I want to throw. Okay. Yeah, mukbang. What everybody eat for the holidays? Y'all talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Ain't nobody talking to me. Somebody talk to me. I'm telling you, I need to walk out here and go get me something to drink so I can put in the freezer. Leftover Popeye with mashed potatoes. Okay. I need to walk out here so I can get me something to drink. Cause boy, it's hot, and this coffee ain't even hot. It's cold. It's real hot in here. It's got my nose stopped up real bad. Like my nose super stopped up right now. I don't know where that came from. I'm thinking no oven on it, and I hope not. I hope not. I promise y'all, it's so hot though. This coffee is cold already. It ain't. I mean, it ain't ice cold like that, but it's cold. Like it's cold as in like been sitting there cold. I probably shouldn't have had none. I probably should just left it alone. How cold, how hot I am. Cause I got my nose stopped up. Then I started coughing. I hate when my nose gets stopped up. Like then I started coughing. Then it make me sleepy. I don't feel like being sleepy right now. I slept pretty good today. I didn't wake up to 12 o'clock today. I ain't wake up to 12, y'all. That ain't like me at all. Yeah, I went to the thing. I went to one of our local supermarkets today, and I was just looking through the aisles a little bit because I was trying to find something to go in my cabbage. One of my secret seasonings for my cabbage, and well, not secret, but one of the things I like for my cabbage, and it wasn't there. They didn't have it. I looked everywhere. Yeah, I mean it was nowhere. I went to a few different stores. What's going on, Bill? How you doing? Um, I went to a few stores and there wasn't none there. I searched everywhere, just none nowhere at all. I said, man, that's crazy. So I didn't be able to get that, but I did. They did have um some. They had some cake mix there. What's going on, Go? How you doing? They had some cake mix there, and this particular cake mix was made by Dolly Parton. Y'all, it is hot. I'm gonna have to go to the car and get some to drink right quick and get be in the cool for a few minutes because my nose is stopped up, and I hate that feeling. Mm. Um, and so they had a cake mix by Dolly Parton. She said I've been sitting out on the porch watching the cops all over my little town. Really? Wow. Yeah. Uh, got my nose stopped up. My nose super stopped up right now. What's going on, Peaceful Flow? How you doing? Blessings to you. What y'all have for the holidays? Would anybody cook anything for the holidays? What's going on for the holidays? What did y'all have for the holidays? Y'all, I gotta go out to the car right quick. Y'all have to walk. Y'all have to walk with me to the car right quick. We're gonna take a walk to the car right quick. It is hot in here, real quick. I gotta go get something to drink out the car. I left all the drinks in the car, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, yeah, we're going to the field trip, baby. 75 degrees in here, but it's real stuffy. I meant to grab something to drink out of the car, and I didn't get nothing. Supposed to start warming up again tomorrow. It was pretty chilly out today, but I think it's supposed to start warming up. I don't know, cause it's raining now. Maybe that's why it's stuffy, because it's raining out here. Yeah, I'm sore. From all that walking and stuff back and forth the last couple of days, I'm sore. I ain't gonna lie. I hope I be at the boat tomorrow. I'm sore I am. For real. Oh man. He said I'm good. Surprise birthday party on next Saturday. That's about all. Now I'm just relaxing, getting ready for tomorrow. That's what she's doing. I'm coming to get something to drink on. Yeah, I hate bringing something home. So every time I come in here, come out and get anything to drink. Well, I'm just in the car anyways. But yeah, you know what I'm about to do? I might as well take a couple cases in the house because I got a bowl tomorrow, and my bowling ball's gotta go back here. Thought about that. I might as well just take a couple cases on in there now, cause my bowling balls ain't gonna do nothing but get back here and crush them. There he is. I'm gonna get right back here and crush him, and that's gonna make me mad. Well, not mad like that, but it's like nobody want to wake up. You know, it's kind of stuffy out here a little bit. It'd be nice right now. This is a nice window night. Open up the window, let a fan kind of blow in a little bit. It's one of them nights. Ah, my knee hurts. He said she would be 60 years young, so I'm excited to see her face. She always celebrate others in my family, and I wanted to do something for her. That's so nice. That's so nice. Did y'all cook today? Find something to put the cabbage in. I put it up. He said, I made pulled pork barbecue for supper. I did you? That's what's up. Thank you, baby. He said you ate it. You crazy. You crazy. Yeah. He said I cooked breakfast grits, fried chicken. I cooked wait a minute. I cooked breakfast grits, bacon, fried chicken, and eggs for one. That's one of them. I ain't nobody's eggs. Oh really? Y'all eat eggs either. Yeah. If I hadn't if I hadn't got tired, my wife was gonna be dessert. Sorry y'all, this the truth. Sorry, Jesus. The Lord is my shepherd. But anyways, what'd you say, Bill? You say you made pulled pork? Yeah, me either. I ain't never like eggs either. I ain't never like no eggs. Hey, sis Jane, welcome in, sis. Um, how you doing tonight? Blessings to you. You should see what you walked into, sis. Sis, we just talking about some cooking breakfast and lunch and dinner and all that good stuff. I didn't say that. I said, what you talking about? I think you're talking about you misunderstood. You misunderstood me. Y'all misunderstood me. Yep. So, um, I did. I did make some delicious food today, though. I did. I mean, it was all good. Yeah, I made this meatloaf yesterday, y'all. When I tell y'all that meatloaf was so good, y'all, I promise you. I know you did. You did it. We almost did a good job of it. Oh, so I yesterday, since you missed it, cause you didn't come in here last night, but I made a meatloaf out of this world. I smoked the meatloaf, y'all. I smoked this meatloaf and I made mashed potatoes and corn on the cob yesterday. When I tell you that meatloaf was so good, that's the reason I'm talking about it still because literally that meatloaf would not go bad. That's what I'll probably do eat tomorrow. Go back to eating that tomorrow, and then I'll go back to eating this food another day because I'm probably gonna eat off of this a few days, um, off and on. Because y'all know I only eat one meal a day, anyways. I only eat one meal a day, so and it just won't work. I just can't eat no more than that. My body won't even let me. It just don't even like. I promise y'all, I can't make my mind even do it. Like I can't. I tried. I'll even try to eat a little bit extra, and I just can't. My mind and my body won't do it. Like I can't eat more than one time a day. Like I said, I'll snack a little bit throughout the day, but nothing majorly. Like my body is. I thank God. I know God did that, y'all. Cause I tell you, I used to eat so much and snack all day long and eat dinners and lunches and breakfasts and brunches and in between time and everything. So yes, and since Jane, it seemed like the more it set, yes, meatloaf is so good left over. But since the longer this one's, and that's more like leftover too. But the longer it sat there yesterday, even after I pulled it off of the grill, it got better and better. Like I pulled it off the grill, and it just got better and better. And I'm telling you, that smoke flavor was kicking through. And so, y'all, I put what I do is I take and I put the mixture that I put on top of the meatloaf. Uh, the mixture that I put on top of the meatloaf, I put it on there before it get done, and I actually let it just smoke. That sauce get really thick on there, y'all, and it be like caramelized and on top of there, and it be having a smoke flavor on that meatloaf. That's just be like um insane. Like when I tell y'all, just it was so good. Like literally, the sauce was like make you just want to eat off with a spoon. And like me and my wife was talking, I said I like mine thick on there because y'all it gets like I can't explain when that smoke hit it. It gets like a smoky sweet like tangy. I'm sorry, y'all. It gets like a smoky sweet like barbecue-ish, ketchup-ish type brown sugarish type sauce. Like I don't know, I can't explain it, but it ain't really nothing to it. Like what I put on ain't really nothing to it, but it's really good. And okay, what you said for some reason hamburger give me heartburn so bad now, and I love a good hamburger. You know, people, I only eat hamburgers for one thing now, and that's one of them is meatloaf, and the second one is a cheeseburger. And I haven't had a cheeseburger. I told my wife today. I said I probably ain't had a cheeseburger in a long time since I made that at least 3 weeks. I ain't had a cheeseburger at least. Um, I made a cheeseburger a while ago, and I ain't had one since. And I just ain't had no taste for none. Ever since I got hooked on eating turkey meat and using like turkey for spaghetti, and all of that, and you can't tell the difference. Like I found out you couldn't tell the difference in like turkey, ground turkey when making spaghetti, and ground turkey when making sandwich, and ground turkey when making lasagna, and all that stuff. I ain't even messing no hamburger. I promise I ain't. I promise. And so I ain't even. It don't even bother me at all. Like literally one bit. To and the ground turkey make you feel so much lighter. You can eat a bowl. You can eat a nice amount of spaghetti and not feel like you're ready to pass out as soon as you eat it. You know what I'm saying? So it was really good, and it's really good because, like I said, uh, if somebody trying to eat light, they can actually eat. You know what I'm saying? A little bit and still be cool. He said, "I'll try that kind and see." We use turkey as well now. Y'all, I'm so scared to eat beef because when I did, I had heartburn for a week. He said it's so sweet and smoky, it adorns the meatloaf so well. Yes, it does. It does, but it's like perfect for the meatloaf. And so, yeah, I made my wife a meatless meatloaf, y'all. She had you know, the you don't eat meat, so she had the Beyond Beef meat, and she said it was really good too. Y'all know I'm not going that deep. I'm gonna have me some meat lord, but wifey did enjoy her. She said it was very good. She had a nice slice, and then began to lay beside me and pass out for at least an hour or so. Her nice sleep in. So she definitely much enjoyed it. Her meatloaf as well. Um, but she enjoyed it. She said it was very good. Uh, and I use a Beyond Beef uh, hamburger, and I use a Beyond whatever sausage, and I made it just like regular meatloaf and put it in the pan, and did it just like that, and smoked hers just as well as I did mine. Yeah, peaceful for the grass fed ground beef will be really good for you. I can tell you that. Or wagyu. I totally agree. But it is so hard on the pocket. I mean, very good for a cheeseburger though. Like if you want to have it with a cheeseburger or something like that, or meatloaf and just make it just for you. Yes, just make it just for you, like a small meatloaf just for you, because it's definitely going to be tough on the pockets. It's gonna get the pockets. Yeah. And so what I used yesterday, I did use regular ground beef, and um I used regular ground beef yesterday because like I said, that wagyu was tough on the pockets, and I was making meatloaf for. I made one for my mom, one for me. But next time I am going to use the better ground beef. But I like mine real moist, and I'd be afraid that's gonna be a little dry. I don't know if that ground beef won't be dry, but it probably won't. It's wagyu, it's pretty good. And I also used a turkey sausage yesterday. I like to mix two. I always like to take uh um I always like to take sausage and ground beef and mix it together for my sausage and ground beef for my meatloaf. I like it just get complements each other for me. Like it's really good. And I always have used turkey sausage for my meatloaf though, because I can't eat pork. So I've always used turkey sausage. And I just never used ground turkey before, but I always had turkey always ate turkey sausage. Always for years I had turkey sausage with my meatloaf. I think I had a few I've had of course I've had regular sausage with meatloaf, of course, but most of the time I've always got turkey sausage with meatloaf. Always have. Um and I like Babe said, we did have some corn on the cob yesterday that I that new recipe that I accidentally stumbled upon and just created myself. I used that again yesterday and it was very good. It makes you eat that corn and like literally it makes you eat a piece and it makes you really like make you think you're racing to eat a piece of corn. It really does. I promise y'all, it's like you be racing. In your head you're racing, but you really not racing. But you really racing, really to eat this corn and you shouldn't be racing. Don't get me wrong, y'all. We shouldn't be racing to eat corn. Don't we take your time to eat the corn. But this corn is like that. I'm sorry. This corn is really like that. Um y'all, I it was sweet. It was sweet. The butter stuck to it. I mean, it was definitely delicious. And again, like I told y'all, I kind of like just made that recipe up with like called throw in the popcorn. Basically, that's what it is. Corn that's just kind of thrown in a pot. I can't. That's the only way I can call it. I can't call it anything else because literally that's what it is. I literally took corn and I put and usually like I said, I just take it and I boil my corn and then afterwards I put butter and salt on it. But this particular time, what I did was I put a couple sticks of butter in the pot because, like I said, I had quite a bit of corn. So I put a couple sticks of butter in the pot. I took and I put some sugar in the pot and I put some seasoning salt, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion powder, and that's all I was doing. I just threw it in the pot, and y'all, I just tried this last week. I threw it in the pot. I put all the corn in the pot with it. I let it strike a boil, took it off the heat, put it to the side, left the water on it. As soon as it struck a boil, I took it off and left the lid on it, left the water on there, took it in there. When I went back in there, you could see the seasonings and all the butter and all that stuff. You could see it trying to adhere itself to the corn like just by itself. Like you could see the butter like just doing its thing. And so by the time we got ready to eat, I took and poured all the water off of it, and you could still see all the greases and the seasonings and all that on the corn. And when you bite it, it was just tender and delicious and sweet, super sweet and savory at the same time. And butter, like I put a little bit. Of course, I put more butter on it afterwards because that's just how I like mine. But Babe did. She said she didn't need any. My mom said she didn't need any at all. So my mom said she didn't use a lick of butter in hers, and Babe didn't use it in hers. I used a tad bit, not very much. JCon didn't use any butter with his. He just ate his how it was too. So yeah, it was good. I mean, it's really good. I promise y'all, it's good, and it makes you eat it really fast. Like I promise, it just makes you eat it so fast. But try that, y'all. In y'all pot, put some sugar, some butter, a little bit of some seasoned salt in the pot, and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of onion powder in y'all pot. Literally, put the corn in there. Let it strike a boil. As soon as it strike a boil, take it off the eye. Put your lid on there and just let it sit for at least 10 minutes. After you get done, at least 10 minutes. You can let it sit longer if you want to, uh, but at least set 10 minutes. But I actually kind of got that recipe a little bit. It's kind of in the house version because it's actually that recipe is not the seasonings or anything, but the actual recipe itself is created for a cooler. Okay, it's actually made for a cooler. Um, and what you do with the cooler is you take the cooler and you throw it's for like say if you're gonna have a big thing like for Joseph graduation. I'm probably gonna do that for Joseph graduation. Um, what you do is you take your cooler, or you could take a brand new cooler. I prefer a brand new cooler. Or you could take your older cooler, clean it out, of course, and make sure it's clean, and then take you a trash bag and put it down in your cooler. But like I said, I prefer just buy a new cooler or buy a foam cooler, whichever one. But not a foam cooler, buy a regular cooler, and make sure it's good and cleaned out. Make sure everything cleaned out real good. Just do a double dutch, clean it out really good. Okay. Y'all hear me here? Listen, I'm telling y'all, I promise y'all, it will be the best corn you ever had, and you will never ever I promise you, you're gonna love it. Take this cooler and put you probably because you're gonna have a big cooler. Because like I said, it's for a large amount of people. You want to take and put about a half a cup of salt in the cooler. Put you a half a cup of salt in the cooler, just in the cooler. Put a half a cup. Um, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna shuck all your corn. You're gonna shuck all your corn, y'all. Shuck it all. Make sure all your corn is real good and clean. I mean, you gotta make sure it's real good and clean. But in the bottom of your cooler, you're gonna take some the cheapest butter you can find. Like you wanna find like some parquet or something. You don't want nothing expensive because, like I said, there's going to you're gonna get a nice amount of it. So you don't want nothing expensive for the top part. You can use expensive now if you can afford to use expensive. Of course, expensive is the best because, of course, it's gonna give it the best. I'm talking about butter wise. If you can afford to use regular butter, go ahead. I myself, I would probably use both together. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna use parquet and regular butter together because you need a nice amount of it. You need at least 8 sticks. I would say at least 8 sticks. Okay. And what you do here, y'all, you take your and like I said, you can put more if you want. It ain't gonna hurt the corn. It ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna hurt it. I promise you, it ain't gonna hurt it. It's gonna make it better. The more butter, the better, because it's gonna be really delicious. Last time I think I used like I want to say I used like 12. I want to say 12 to 14 sticks. I want to say. I think so, something like that. So what I did was I took and I opened all the butter up, y'all, and I threw the butter down in the cooler with the salt. Okay, in the cooler with the salt. Uh, but I put so much at the bottom. No, I put a layer of corn down. I put a layer of corn down. Then I put the sticks of butter on top of the corn. And then what I did was I lined up some more corn in the cooler real good and just lined it up really good in the cooler. And then I took the rest of the butter that I had and I put it on top of the corn. And like I said, with my salt in there, make sure it was salted good in there. And then what you do, y'all, is you go to your stove before whatever you're gonna do. Or you could go to your stove, you could do it on a grill, you could do whatever. But you want to get your water. You want to take whatever you can, like because you like I said, you got to feel it. What if you go? It's for a larger crowd. This is for a larger crowd. You can take your You want to get you some boiling water. You want your water to be good and boiled up. And after you got your corn and all your seasonings in there, you want to fill that cooler up. You want that corn. You want your corn covered in hot boiling water. You want your corn totally covered in hot boiling water. That's what you want. As soon as you get your corn covered in that hot boiling water, you're going to take and shut that cooler up, and you're going to push that to the side while you do whatever you're going to do. Just let it sit there. You ain't got to touch it. You ain't got to move it. You ain't got to do nothing to it. Leave it there the whole day. It ain't gonna mess up. It ain't gonna do nothing. But you cannot eat the corn for at least 40 minutes after you do it. So you got to give yourself at least a 40-minute time period in between to let that corn leave the cooler shut. Don't open it. None of that. Just shut the cooler up and set it to the side. But you gotta give yourself at least 40 minutes before you eat the corn. But make sure you shut your cooler down and just leave it to the side. Once you come back after that, after you get done with that 40 minutes of that corn, at that 40 minutes of that corn sitting there, you come back and you will have the most beautiful corn you ever had in your whole entire life. It will be tender all the way down to the cob, and it will be buttered to the max. You will taste butter everywhere. The longer it sits there, the better it tastes. I promise you. The longer it sits there, the better that corn is going to taste. You take your tongs, and people just go in there and they get their corn out, whatever piece of corn they out, and they get it. Like I said, I'm probably going to do that for when we have Joseph's graduation because that's an easy thing to do. That's the best way to cook corn like that in a bigger crowd, and you don't have to worry about going and trying to cook cook each ear on the grill and pull all that husk off. It's already off. All you gotta do is go in and get your tongue, grab you somebody there and eat. And I promise y'all, if that ain't the best corn you ever had, y'all can come back and I will buy you new corn. That's how much I will tell you how good it is. It is really, really, really good. I promise y'all. And so I just kind of did like an in-house version yesterday. I let my wire boil and just put a lid on it. I just let it get to a rapid boil, put my lid on it, set it to the side, and just let it sit there a while until I we got done. So I got done smoking the rest of the the meatloaf and got done with the mashed potatoes. And but the corn is like I said, me and Baby had it yesterday, and she'd tell you you could just literally just chew it off. But in the cooler, it is. I'm telling you, there's something about that cooler that just take it to another level. I promise y'all, that cooler takes it to a whole nother level. That's a whole nother level of corn eating. Um, it is like that cooler gonna make you gonna be like, what in the world is going on? Like literally, like and and you got some people that's bougie. Oh, we eating corn out the cooler. We eating corn. But like I said, get you a new cooler for corn. Or like I said, if you really want to be safe for yourself, take you and throw you a clean bag down there, clean plastic bag. For me, I'm not gonna do a clean plastic bag. I don't like it in a plastic bag. I feel more safer just taking me a brand new cooler, which will cost you about maybe 10, $20 or something like that. Depends on how big you want the cooler to be, and just do it like that. And then you got that cooler. You can ride on the outside corn cooler, and you could just keep that cooler after you clean it out from your corn. Set it to the side and keep that cooler specifically for corn. I don't know what I did with that cooler, but I think I might have used it for ice after that. So like I said, I'm probably gonna get a new one. I'm gonna be working all this week anyway, so I'll probably just get a new cooler, instead of trying to worry about doing all that. I've never done it in a foam cooler to see, which I'm pretty sure it probably worked the same, but you just got to make sure you don't let nobody constantly keep opening it. That's why I said a regular cooler probably be better because you kind of shut it down and it won't because if you let your steam out, it ain't gonna cook. It's not gonna cook. And you want your steam to cook it. You know what I'm saying? Your steam is what's cooking the corn. And that's why I said it don't overcook. It just get better because after so long your water just like kind of like I don't know, I can't explain it. It just got better and better and better and better. And like I said, it was some bougie people there was like, I ain't eating no cool. I heard a few. We heard a few. I'm like, I ain't eating no corn out of nobody cooler. That's nasty. Da, 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 da. You get a couple people like that. But then you had the kids that was like coming up. and it's corn over here on the table that they got, and it tastes terrible. And then you come over here and grab this corn, and it's way better. You said, Joe, I enjoyed your church service on Sunday. I came in at the end and still was blessed. You really enjoyed. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks for showing it online. Well, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I ended up leaving a little early because it's it was going a little bit over, and I wanted to kind of beat the rain. I need to get to the store and beat the rain and all that good stuff. Yeah. So, and then like I said, I still sing from the crowd. Y'all know y'all still see me sing from the crowd. Uh, but as y'all know, I am not on the praise team. Um, because like I said, I had a week where stuff was going on, and so they told me that I couldn't sing for like 4 months. They weren't opening a praise team back up for to be able to sing for 4 months, and I'm not waiting that long. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna be singing with other people in other churches because um I'm just not gonna do it. I will not be sitting on my gift for no 4 months. You know, I just I'm just not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. And I ain't like I said, I'm not being that's if that's your rule that you came up with off the spur of a moment. Absolutely, go ahead with it. But like I told him, I won't do that. And of course he ain't too happy about it. He didn't even speak to me on Sunday. He looked me right in the face and didn't even speak to me. But like I said, that's your rule. I didn't like I said, I was a praise team leader. Uh, I made the rules. I created the rules, so I know it's not a rule. I know. Uh, I made the rules, so it's not on the. It's not on there. Like I said, do what's best for. I let them do what's best for them. But at the end of the day, I gotta do what's best for God. It's all about what God wants, and I can't sit on my gift to wait because you're mad about a certain situation. It ain't like I didn't explain to you what was going on. I explained to you what was going down, and so it ain't like none of that. So yeah, you say yes. The time to serve is now. Just my opinion. I don't feel like people who want to serve should be stopped. Not enough people that even want to serve God now. So that is my thoughts. Yeah, it's definitely, and I'm not a person who gonna quench the spirit by no means. Y'all know me. God gave it to you to use. So do His will. Absolutely. And like I said, I'm not going to. It's not about gifts and talent for me. It's about just doing what God gave me. God gave me this gift to get out and sing and give Him glory. So that's what I do with it. I'm not in no nightclub singing uh, down home blues or nothing with it. I'm trying to give God glory, and that's all I ask. I told him. I said, but the 4 months is ridiculous. I feel like 4 months is ridiculous. I could even say, if he even said two. Oh well, we're gonna be shutting it down for 2 months, but to say, oh, 4 months, no, because I wasn't able to come when you wanted me to come. I just don't feel like that's right. So it's all good. It'd be a lot of rules made on the fly when it comes to me. Um, so a lot of times I don't like that part. That's a lot of times where we bump heads at because it'd be a lot of rules like that that is made on the fly when it comes to me. It does, and people will tell you. People will tell you. And I know it's just to see how I'm gonna react and all that good stuff. We got a young man that he made the praise team leader too, and he actually played the keyboard there, and the young man been playing the keyboard there for a long time now, and uh, he actually afraid to be without a keyboard player. So he let the young man just kind of just the young man gets a kick out of seeing people angry and frustrated. And I don't understand how you don't see that. Like, but he don't see that part of it. He don't see that. He don't see that part of it. Me and the dude done butt heads like 5 or 6 times since I gave up the position. We done butt heads like a million times, and but the young man gets a kick out of seeing people frustrated and angry. Like when he told me or whatever about thing, I said, "Hey man, my bad." About last week, I say I would have made it. I couldn't make it last week because I had became the ambassador of the bowling of Chippewa Bowl, and I even let Apostle know. I said, I had become an ambassador and I wouldn't be able to make it. But I told him I would be here the very next week, and I just let him know what was going on. And so I was like, I come in and he was like, oh yeah. And he like laughing. He was smiling in my face. He was like, well, it's cool, man. I'm just letting you know it'll be 4 months before you can come back and try out for the team again. And I said, try out 4 months and try out. What that try out? Try out for 4 months? You said I have to try out? Yeah, everybody had to do auditions. Now he's just like laughing in my face while he was saying it. So I was like, okay. And all I said was okay. And so I messaged Apostle when I got home and I messaged Apostle when I got home and I said, well, I'm not gonna wait. I'm sorry, Apostle. I love y'all, but I'll just be singing with other churches and stuff. In the meantime, I ain't no offense to you guys or nothing, but I will be singing with other churches and stuff in the meantime. And I ain't no disrespect to you or what y'all got going on, but I just can't sit back on my gift for 4 months. I can see, like I said, you can't meet me halfway or nothing. Like, I'll even meet you halfway, to try to do nothing. No, whatever, I ain't, that's what he tell you. What he tell you? And I was like, well, he said 4 months. Well, that is what it is. Whatever leader say something, then that's what it is. But I'm gonna tell y'all, when I was the leader, he would never back me like that, or I'll still be the leader. I would still be the leader today. If he backed me like that, I would be the leader today. I promise y'all. If he had to back me like that, I wouldn't have never sat down. I would be the leader today, but he never would back me like that. Never. Never, never, never. I had always fighting butt heads with all the praise teams because nobody wanted to practice, nobody wanted to do this, nobody wanted to put in the time, nobody wanted to work, nobody wanted to put in the effort, nobody wanted to do none of that. Nobody. That's why I butted. That's what we got into it about. Because I'm like, why do we sound like this? Why can we work at this? Why is everybody? Why don't nobody go home and put no effort into this? If y'all want to be a part of the praise team, why y'all heard how they sound? Just be real. Be real about it. Go back and listen to it. You hear how they sound. It was terrible. That was terrible how they sound. It was terrible until Jalen really started ushering in the spirit. But if you listen to what before she started going in and just ushering in the Holy Spirit, and the crowd started singing and kind of getting into it, before then it was terrible. It was terrible. Go back and listen to it. It sounds terrible because nobody put in no time and no effort to try to learn the songs and learn the notes and learn the keys the right way. Yeah. Yep. Nobody put in no effort to try to learn it, and that will always be my biggest thing. And I would get into it with the I would get into it with the praise team because they get mad because that I just wanted to work ethic. I wanted to work ethic, so I said I got tired of it. I fought that for like 4 or 5 years. I fought that 4 or 5 years. Just act that you give me work ethic. And what I would tell him, I said, well, what I want to do is, I want to sit people down if they don't work hard. He would never let me do it. He would never let me do it. Now he set me down for not missing a week. Set me down for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That right there to me is so crazy to me. So crazy on so many levels. It's just so crazy. But you set me down for 4 months, and I let you know what was going on, and I was legit. It was legitimate that I had a work thing, some work issues going on. I become an ambassador for the youth that I'm already. I'm a youth pastor right now, and I'm becoming an ambassador for the youth. I might be able to pull it. I'm telling him, I'm gonna be able to pull some of them into our church, bowling wise, use bowling as a ministry to pull them in and all of that. And he took it and set me down, told me I could try out in 4 months. Sure did, sure did. And so yesterday I told him that I'm gonna be singing for other people and all that. Not yesterday, but a couple weeks ago. I No, it had to be. Yeah, a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks maybe ago, I told him that I'll be singing for other people and stuff. I will not do that. I just won't. I won't. I won't sit there that long doing that. Um, and so a guy messaged me, and I tell you, in the meantime, I had turned down before this. Um, I didn't turn them down. What I did was I said a whole bunch of people was messaging me to do like revivals and conferences and everything. Some of this stuff was even like they wanted to bless me. Even some of the stuff was where they wanted to bless me. And I said, well, y'all have to go and talk to my apostle first to see if he'll release me to do it. He told them people no. He told them people no that I couldn't do it. I didn't get mad about it. I didn't say a word. I said, cool. I wasn't tripping about it. I said, "Hey, if that's what he thinks, then I won't do it. I won't, I was trying to be obedient. You know what I'm saying? Be obedient. I didn't understand why he was saying no. I didn't get why he was saying no, um, or what was going on to the point of why he was saying no. But these are some great women and men of God that wanted me to do these big conferences and revivals and stuff for them. I mean, literally great men and women of God. And so I was like, well, go ask my apostle first. I'm gonna give you his number, call him up or whatever, and they get back with me, and I'm like, they get back with me within like a week, and they're like, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but he told me no, not right now, and I don't know what's going on, but man, I need you to think about doing these for me because man, you anointed to do this, and man, my wife don't even want me. The one guy was like, my wife ain't even gonna have the conference unless she can get you to do it, unless we can get you to do it. I can't think of their name right now. I ain't gonna call their names, but they great women of God. My wife knows them very well. Um, one a bishop and one the lady just was put in as a prophet or whatever. And he told them no. And so they messaged me and was like, hey man, I ain't telling you to be disobedient or nothing to your pastor, start no problem. But hey man, I need you to, think about this and see if you could do this for me because like literally we trying to get this and God said you. I didn't call different people. I tried to get somebody else to do it, but God said no, you. I need you to do this revival. It's not this ain't just for the people. It's something in it. God just won't want. He needs you to do it. He said, stepping into another ministry with the host to help and lead young people is wonderful. He should have seen that it's not like you were running from God, just furthering the kingdom of God makes no sense to me. Absolutely. That's the way I looked at it as. So yeah. So let me think. Let me go back. Trying to think where I was at. So yeah, that was one. So I still didn't even say nothing to myself. Okay, well, I'll get back with you. I pray on it and I get back with you. So another person messaged me and was like, hey, God was showing me you, and we got this revival coming up on the 6th of June. I need you to do it. You know, I really need you to do this for me. Like, I really, God, keep on showing me you. I asked God, who is it? God, what? And so I ignored him. I've been ignoring him for like literally, y'all. I didn't answer the message back for like literally probably a month. So I finally answered him back, and I said, "Well, you just ask prophetess and apostle, see what they say." And he said they just told him no, straight out no, nope, he can't do it. So he messaged me back, and he go, "Hey man, they told me no." And I said, "Did they tell you why? They tell you why?" And he was like, "They said they told me that I ain't ready. That I ain't ready to do. I ain't ready for that." And I said, "Man, I done praise and worship for. I mean, open up for hundreds of people. What you mean I ain't ready for? What you mean?" So he messaged them back, and he was like, "What you mean he ain't ready?" Because this particular guy is like he pretty like he gonna get his point across. He's not gonna stop or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, he just ain't ready," and that's how we're gonna leave it as that. He just ain't ready for that. Uh, and so the guy was like, at that point, he was like, well, I think he ready." That's what he told me. I don't understand what y'all mean he ain't ready. What you mean by that? He not ready. Well, like we said, he ain't ready. And so he messaged me back or whatever. He was like, "Hey, man, you need to get up out of there." That's what he messaged me back. And this he said wait, he said, and then he was kind of like getting angry, and then he messaged me back, and he said he apologized to me for. He said, "Man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get in my flesh." He apologized to me, um, and he said, "I'm not telling you to be disobedient to your pastors. I'm sorry about that. Don't think that's what I was trying to tell you. You're just an awesome young man, and I just know." I know as a leader, I know what God showed me. Um, you've been ready. Uh, you've been ready a long time. And so I prayed on it, I prayed on it, and God was like, "You ready? You ready? You ready?" So that's why I told you I'm gonna do the one on the sixth. That'll be my first time back singing in front of somebody for probably the first time in probably about 4 months. I haven't done no praise and worship in about 4 months for anybody. So I'm kind of excited and nervous at the same time. Not gonna lie, I am. I am excited and nervous at the same time, y'all. I'm about to get up and go make me a plate. I'm hungry now, y'all. The hunger done set in, so we probably gonna go in the kitchen. We gonna make a plate and put the food up as we make a plate, so we know what to do from there. Yeah. So yep. On the sixth, I will be doing what God has told me to do. And I will be doing what I do, doing what God do, allowing God to use me. That's what I'm going to do. So, uh, I'm not doing it to be. I said I ain't doing it to be disobedient or nothing like that. I'm doing it because that's just what God told me that is I should be doing. You said it's so natural. I mean, the praise and worship we have been having here has been incredible, strong moves of the spirit. Oh, yes, I mean, it's like I said, sometimes. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Like we were talking earlier, and like I said, I'm not.
I just let the Lord. He said, "I'm so glad you're going to do it. God will honor and bless you for serving." It's bedtime, y'all. You got to get up early, y'all. Yep, you have a burden of purpose, and we all will continue to listen to God's word and His will for all y'all. His blessings to y'all, and I love y'all. Same to you people. Have a blessed night. Here, you want some of that chicken wings? Look here. Because sometimes you be difficult trying to be uh, obedient to certain. Because, like I said, certain people ain't called to lead you, no matter how you try to make it. No matter how you try. I was hearing a pastor preach about that, and it just came out of nowhere. Crazy part is that ain't even what his sermon was about. But it was crazy because his sermon was just talking about how everybody not equipped to lead you. No matter how we try to force it, thank y'all. Put these up, find some room for everything. So it's a lady that's on the praise scene,
right? True story. I can't make this up. The praise and worship, they sounded so bad yesterday. She begged me to turn the camera off. Y'all hear what I said? She begged me to turn the camera off. I'm sorry, sis. Here. True story. She told me that she asked me to turn the camera off. I promise to God she did. She still did. You want me to ship it out right away? Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Thank you. I forgot about that. Trying to send me all that. Cabbage. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Oh, it's Joseph message. I read it after a while. Yo, I promise you, I had two of the biggest heads of cabbage in history. I don't understand why was that many cabbage? I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand why it was this many. Y'all probably won't believe me right now if I told y'all I gave out. I said I had two of the biggest heads of cabbage in history. You wouldn't believe me that I told you that I gave out two pans like this. I gave them away. Two pans this big already. Should have put it in Ziploc bags. That's what I should do. Cause I don't like this pan. This pan is flimsy. Let me see if these Ziploc bags any better. Cause if I had Walmart Ziploc bags, it'd be way better. If I got these from the Dollar Tree, I don't know if these are gonna be up there. They still alright though. I rather put it in Ziploc bag. It's gonna hold up better. Sis, you want some cabbage, sis? You can have some cabbage. You want some cabbage, Lord? I rather just put it in two Ziploc bags. It makes it easier to me. And then what I'll do is, if it gets to be, if it's gonna get eaten fast enough, what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll put it in, take this bag that is in, and just go buy a freezer bag and throw the whole bag down in there. Just toss the whole bag down in there, you know. Y'all excuse the kitchen. I gotta do dishes tomorrow, y'all. I get stuff, but I ain't doing it tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Put my food in the microwave, bro. You want food? Oh yeah. This pan's so flimsy. I don't wanna. Yeah, I don't know how you're standing after cooking for 2 days straight, bro. I can barely walk after I get done cooking for a little dinner. He's like, I know my legs hurting. My legs are hurting pretty bad, but so Wash out this container real quick. I didn't want to do that. But I want to get that off. So, get everything. Suzanne, what you cook today? I know. It's a good one. It's a great one. You keep me an order, y'all. Definitely let me know if I'm getting out of order. But I do very well now, y'all. I do real well. Like I don't know. I just my mind is already ready now. Yeah. So I did make potato salad as well today, which I ain't trying to I'm not out of my mind, but she was eating it so fast, she was tearing that potato salad up, y'all. You just had leftovers today, sis? Yeah, she was tearing that potato salad up, y'all. Yeah, she was tearing that potato salad up. So last but not least, we have 20's favorites. We have baked beans. I'm not a big baked bean person, but I do want to taste it. I do want to taste them. I just want a little bit. Every now and then I get a urge to have just a little bit. A baked beans go a long way though, y'all. I don't know, that's the way I make mine. They go a long way. It's just like I can make 3 cans of pork and beans and they can feed an army. Like for real. Like when I get done putting in the sugars and the butters and all of that, I mean, it goes a long way. I put too much spaghetti on this plate. My mind is made up, and I'm on my way up. I got me a little bit of what's the name so I can make sure that I get me a blood pressure pill so I can make sure that the pork don't hurt my head. Whatever. So let's try that. And last but not least, got to heat up there. Oh, I forgot to make my sauce up here. Ah, I'm about to see if I can do it in the microwave. But I don't feel like doing all that cooking. Anything there? Uh, yeah, the water hit the phone and shut it off. You said all our schools are done in our area, and I don't know if my neighbor's driving. Me crazy playing basketball every night at midnight. J Squirrel, now nope, he got nah, he ain't done yet, sis. That's what Joseph just sent me his schedule. He got a schedule that we got a bunch of stuff we got to go through this week. So he was sending me all the stuff that we got to attend, and all the little things that he got going on this week, and all that good stuff. So, award ceremonies and all that stuff all week long. So, all right, we're done. Yeah, done. Just nice little caramel, a nice not caramel, but nice little drip. Yeah, it's gonna be very busy, extremely busy. Hold on, yeah, I gotta turn the camera off because I gotta carry my phone food. Hope I don't drop it. Lord, please don't drop it. Please don't drop it. Please don't drop it. Why did I try to do this? Okay, okay, okay. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Don't drop it. Take your time. All right. You outmade it. A little bit more. A little bit more. All right. That would have not been fun if I had dropped that food. Yeah, I would have been pretty unhappy. Yeah. So what everybody had going on today? I gotta take me some for pain, y'all. I'm in some pain right now, bad. Y'all have to excuse me. Um, you said what? No, I said not straight off the flow. I almost wanted to, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. We're just gonna So how was everybody's day so far? How's everybody? Well, this feels like a Sunday to me. It feels just like a Sunday to me. When Peaceful Flow was saying something about service yesterday, I'm like, that was today. I promise I thought it was today. For sure. Oh, did he? That's cool. Did he take Charlie with him? I'm being funny, sis. I'm being goofy. I'm paying attention to me. I'm being goofy. Yeah, I'm gonna take me. I'm gonna go tomorrow and buy me some the right seasoning for my cabbage so I can eat it. I'm gonna go buy the right seasoning for my cabbage tomorrow, so it'll be right. It needs some. It's okay. I just didn't have the right. All that cemetery. Was it like? What kind of memorial service is it? I don't. Is it like for veterans or was it like a friend of his or? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I put it in there, but I didn't have everything I usually use for my cabbage, so it don't taste how I wanted it to taste. Is it like a Memorial Day service open up to the community or somebody you know? Oh, for his family that serves. Okay, that's cool. 20 now, you gotta go serve. 20, it's time to serve now. We gonna stop that pain that you in. Yeah. 20. Sister J didn't tell you she like a army. She's like an army vet. She's like an army vet. So she didn't tell you. Hey man, yeah, tell your brother I like an army vet. Yeah, that what she wanted me to tell you, 20. So I was trying to tell you, and so that's what Yeah, brother, tell Whoopi. I like when he wears a suit. Whoopi, brother, I need him to serve. So Tony, we got to get you out of get you pain free, so that like when we don't touch you, your pain go off. We got to get your pain level to the point to where at least where we don't go, it hurts you. See, because according to you, you told me you said if I blow on you, you hurt. Is that right, 20? If I go, you start hurting. So we got to get you from that level. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm about to eat these baked beans now. I'm about to taste these baked beans. How these baked beans taste? Mmm. Mmm. So good. Mmm. Mmm. These are good. Mmm. 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 Yep. On that one, eat. See if I find a chicken wing or something. I gotta keep my mouth full. Mmm. On that note, mmm. Yeah. Mmm. 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 I'm gonna eat my chicken. Mmm. I'm just gonna eat my chicken. I'm enjoying my chicken. Mm-hmm. Man, the chicken good. Mm-hmm. Why is that a rib taste? I think the rib will even be better. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is good. I don't know why I don't got a taste for no sides. I just want to eat all meat. I don't know why. Like for real. And you obviously, yeah. Mm. I mean, tonight, I mean, I usually like a variety, but tonight I don't really want no side. And they good. 20, did your family cook? Why they didn't cook? I'm at to call Mama Whoop and get on her. We said normally we do have a big cookout, but my mom and dad are having. I'm praying for you, 20. Come on, man. Praying for you, 20. God got it already. It's already done. It's already done. Is AJ staying with your parents? How old is AJ anyway? What is he doing right now? Is he doing anything? Gotta get ready to take my poop juice. So when I get up in the morning, I'll be able to go. You know, 20, all he does is play video games all day. Yeah, okay. I'm for. He be, he be playing him right in the homeless shelter, too. Sorry, Lord. I'm supposed to keep that to myself. I'm supposed to say that in my head. Sorry, God. Right in the homeless shelter. Where's the video game? Sorry, God. Was I supposed to say that out loud? I said it again, didn't I? I keep saying it. I keep saying it out loud. I keep saying something bad. I keep saying it out loud again. What is wrong with me? Oops. That is so bad. Oops. Bad mouth. No, no mouth. You say he doesn't like the fact you change your life around? He'll get it after a while, though. Just, he'll get it. What do you want you to play? You want you to play video games with him, Tony? You still in your alarm? I know. I'm about to get ready to get up off here myself. Y'all, I love y'all. I've been on here 2.5 hours. It's almost one. I got to get up in the morning and get myself ready, and I'm tired. Well, I ate that food, y'all know. When I eat my food, I get drained anyways. So I'm going to get off of here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tuesday night probably be praise and worship night, y'all. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys. Have a blessed night, and see you guys later. Bye, everybody.